Hello, everybody, and welcome to DJ Charlie Sports World, a segment where we talk about all things sports majorly. Then we delve into entertainment and society, lifestyle, and every other society news and all. We give our opinions on trending issues basically, and our unbiased opinions and insight into every issues that are trending. So, but today's segment will be on the PFA awards that were held last night in London. The Professional Football Association awards were held last night in London as voted by footballers of their peers. It means the Professional Football Association that represents the English Premier League, the most popular league in football, featuring clubs like Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal Football Club, Liverpool Football Club, Chelsea Football Club, Tottenham, Newcastle, and others. So the award was held last night. Let me start with the PFA Team of the Year. Let me do a quick review on that because I'm not going to be talking much on that. The goalkeeper of the year was Ramsdale. I was actually surprised a bit by that. It's not as if he didn't deserve it. But I thought it was between him and Ederson and Nick Pope of Newcastle, but he beat those other two goalkeepers out for that. Then the right back, Kieran Trippier of Newcastle, one of the most productive and defensively sound right backs in the league. He creates chances more than other right backs, and he's also a free kick specialist. He's a dead ball specialist too. Then central backs are Ruben Diaz, Saliba, and John Stones. There's no traditional left back. I'm surprised by that. There's no traditional left back, and the likes of Luke Shaw and Arsenal's Uliek Sandra Zinchenko will be shocked that there's no left back because they deserved it. They deserve to be on this list, but there were three standout central backs in England last year, so I think that's why there was no natural left back on this list. The likes of Ruben Diaz, John Stones, and Saliba, William Saliba of Arsenal, they had an outstanding season, to say the least. Saliba was easily the best defender in England last season, and Arsenal season was derailed when he got injured and missed the last 7 games or thereabouts. Arsenal struggled defensively, and they won 3 of their last 9 matches to limp to the end of the season, allowing Manchester City to crawl and override them at the end of the season. Then midfielders are Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City, which to my opinion is quite simply the best player in the Premier League. Then you have Rodri, the most outstanding midfielder in England last season, to me, bar none. He was easily the best midfielder in England. In fact, he was the best central midfielder in European football last season. Then we have Arsenal's prodigy and captain, Martin Odegaard, the Norwegian captain, the young man that is both the national team captain and also his club side's captain in Martin Odegaard. Then we have the prodigious winger, Bukayo Saka, Nigerian star boy. We have Erling, Haaland, and Harry Kane to cap off the list of the Professional Football Associations known as the PFA's Team of the Year. The deserving forward line, Saka, Haaland, and Kane, are so deserving, but we have others who are honorable mentions that I would like to mention few of them. You have Manchester United's prodigious winger, come striker. He can also play as a striker, Marcus Rashford. He was at one time one of the best players in Europe after the World Cup for the period of 3 months, but he faded towards the end of the season, so that's why he's not on this list. You have Liverpool's Momo Salah, very productive, even though Liverpool had a woeful season according to their standard. Momo Salah had an incredibly productive season. He scored over 20 goals and had over 10 assists, being the only person to do so in the whole league. Then you have Aston Villa's Oli Watkins, the striker. He contributed a lot of goals when Unai Emery was signed. You have Brentford's Ivan Toney, the very, very prodigious, tall, physical striker in the likes of Didier Drogba. It makes me remember Didier Drogba of Chelsea. So those are other people that deserve to be on this list. The midfielders, we have Poty of Arsenal deserves to be on this list, but it's not. Manchester United Casemiro was also a difference maker. He's not on this list. Then you have defenders like Newcastle's backline. You have defenders like Bond. You have and the likes. They deserve to be on this list, but they are not. Then I'm going to be concentrating on this segment. I'm going to be concentrating on the PFA Young Player of the Year. That's Poty PFA, the Young Player of the Year, which Bukayo Saka won. Haaland was surprisingly nominated for this award, but I'm happy he was given to Saka this time around, because he has been previously nominated 3 times for this award and never won. So I think he deserves this one for his efforts for Arsenal Football Club last season. Haaland was easily the best player in the Premier League in his first season. He had a record-breaking season, but he has to settle for the main prize, which is the Player of the Year award. So he should be satisfied with that. I know he's an hungry player that wants all the awards, but he should be satisfied with that main prize. So let Saka manage this lesser compared Young Player of the Year award. So basically, let me do the run through here. So the 21-year-old Saka won the PFA Young Player of the Year for the 2022-2023 Premier League campaign. He beat out his teammate Gabriel Martinelli, who scored a career of 15 league goals on the other wing for Arsenal. So he also beat out Haaland, who ran away with the main prize, like I said. Aston Villa's Jacob Ramsey, the prodigious midfielder, is a one to watch out for. Then we have Brighton's young striker that Tottenham were really looking to replace him with Harry Kane, Evan Ferguson, the 18-year-old Scottish youngster who was linked with a move to Arsenal also earlier in this transfer window. And also Moses Caicedo is Ferguson's former Brighton Seagull teammate, Moses Caicedo, who recently joined Chelsea for a record-breaking €120 million. Saka scored a career of 15 goals across all competitions, providing 13 goals in the league and 11 assists, joining Mo Salah as the only players who scored more than 10 goals and had more than 10 assists, proving his versatility. So he played all 38 league games for the second year running, breaking Paul Messing's record. He just broke Paul Messing's record of playing in 83 consecutive Premier League games for Arsenal. And he was coincidentally, he was England's star man at the 2022 World Cup. He scored 3 goals in 4 games before exiting at the quarter-final stage, with the 3 Lions losing to Mbappe's France team. He also ended the season by signing a massive new long-term deal with Arsenal, the club that he has been since he was 8 years old. He joined captain fantastic Tony Adams, who won the Young Player of the Year in 86-87. Paul Messing, he won in 88-89. Nicolas Anelka, the Frenchman, he won in 98-99. Francesc Fabregas, the prodigious Spanish midfielder, Arsenal legend, he won in 2007, 2008, and Jack Wilshere won in 2010-2011 to become the 6th Arsenal player to win this prestigious award. And I was so happy last night when I saw it was Jack Wilshere who was on stage to deliver the award to his fellow A-Lend academic graduate in Bukayo Saka. So it was a lovely sight to see, even though Jack Wilshere's career was ultimately cut short by various injuries to his knees. He couldn't keep up. He would have been one of the best players the Premier League have ever seen. So this season, Saka has already begun this season like he ended the last season. He was outstanding during Arsenal's tour to the US, and during the international break, the last international break, he scored 3 goals for. He scored his first hat-trick for England. Wonder goes left, right, and center, and he has also already started this Premier League campaign by scoring 2 goals and 1 assist already in 3 matches. So you can see he's going places. Right now in the whole world, I can without boasting, I can say he's easily one of the 3 best wingers in the world right now. Why I said easily 3 is I would have said he's the best winger in the world right now, but I don't want to be hyperbolic. That's why I said easily one of the 3. The only other 2 wingers right now in the whole world that can actually be mentioned in the same sentence as him right now, Fika Kvaratskhelia of Napoli and the ever consistent and wonderful Mo Salah of Liverpool. According to me, those are the only 2. The other ones that can push and say they are the same level are probably Rafael of AC Milan and Manchester City's Jack Grealish. So to me, those are the 5 best wingers in the world on current form. And not only current form, their prospect, they are still all relatively young players, except Mo Salah, who is like the veteran among them, or he's just 31 years old. He still have a long way to go. So the other 4 are relatively young: Rafael, Bukayo, Saka, Fika Kvaratskhelia, and Jack Grealish. So those are my 5 best wingers currently playing in Europe. I'm going to be talking about that in another segment, so let me just end it here. So please, for more insightful views and opinions on all things football and entertainment and society, click on the subscribe button and help me share this video. Thanks and God bless. Like I always conclude with, that is that about that. Thanks and God bless.